Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're tackling something pretty common, I think,
Yeah.
that moment when you need something fast and instant noodles are right there. How do we make them maybe a little bit healthier?
Exactly. Life happens, right? You get home late, plans change, and cooking feels like a huge task.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to pull out some, practical tips from the info we looked at. Actionable stuff.
To make that super convenient choice, well, slightly less of a, let's say, nutritional compromise.
Precisely. Because, let's be honest, the fact we're having this chat means standard instant noodles aren't exactly health food.
Right. That's kind of implied.
Yeah, they can be really high in sodium, maybe not the best fats, and often they're lacking in vitamins and minerals. So these tweaks are about improving that baseline.
Okay, let's kick things off. First big recommendation seems to be about the broth,
Mm-hmm.
specifically skipping that little seasoning packet that comes with it.
Yeah, and that's a big one. Those packets are often loaded, absolutely loaded with sodium.
Which isn't great in large amounts, obviously.
No, not regularly. Plus, you often get artificial flavors and other additives in there, too.
So the alternative suggested is using a better broth base. It's a bit vague in our source material, though.
It is, which
Yeah.
gives you, the listeners, some flexibility. It could be like a low-sodium store-bought broth made.
Or even just starting with water and adding your own things, like herbs, spices, maybe a bit of miso paste.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a low-sodium bouillon cube. It just encourages you to think about what you might have already that's, well, less processed.
Makes sense. Okay, moving on to the noodles themselves. There was an interesting bit about parboiling.
Yes, I thought this was quite clever. The idea is to potentially wash away some of the excess oil from the manufacturing process.
And maybe some of that waxy texture they can sometimes have.
That seems to be the goal, yeah. So you'd boil the noodles for just a minute or two
Uh,
in plain water, then drain that water completely before you proceed with your main cooking water or broth.
so like a quick rinse, essentially.
Pretty much. Just getting rid of some stuff you maybe don't want before you add the good stuff.
Okay, and that brings us to the good stuff. Adding other ingredients seems really key here.
Oh, absolutely crucial. This is where you actually add nutritional value back into the meal.
Because the noodles and even a better broth alone are still pretty basic.
Right. You need those vitamins, minerals, fiber, protein, everything that makes up a more balanced plate.
And we got some solid examples from the sources. For veggies, leafy greens like spinach or bok choy.
Tomatoes, carrots, mushrooms, broccoli.
Basically, pack in the veg, whatever you like or have on hand.
Exactly. Fresh, frozen, it all counts towards boosting the nutrients. Fiber, vitamins.
And then protein. The suggestions were things like tofu, maybe adding an egg.
Shrimp was mentioned too. These make it much more substantial, don't they?
Definitely helps with feeling full, keeps you going longer.
Which is important. Protein adds satiety.
And the last piece was adding some healthy fats. Things like a drizzle of sesame oil at the end.
Yeah, or maybe some flax seeds or chia seeds sprinkled on top.
Adds flavor and those beneficial fats.
Good fats are important for, overall health and nutrient absorption too.
Okay, so let's recap the strategy. Ditch the seasoning packet for your own broth base. Give the noodles a quick parboil and drain, then load them up with vegetables, a protein source, and a touch of healthy fat.
Sounds like a plan. It definitely transforms it from just, noodles and salted powder into something resembling a more complete meal.
It feels like a significant shift, even if it's still fundamentally instant noodles.
It is. You're taking a convenience food and consciously making it better for you.
Now, there was a final important point in the notes we looked at.
Ah, yes, the reality check.
Kind of. While these tips are great for when you eat instant noodles.
The ideal, from a health perspective, is probably still to plan your meals and grocery shopping to rely on them less often overall.
Right. Mindful shopping, maybe aiming for whole, less processed foods most of the time.
Exactly. These are harm reduction strategies, if you will, right, for those times you do reach for the instant pack. But the bigger picture is whole foods.
Got it. So key takeaways for a healthier instant noodle experience. Skip the packet, parboil the noodles, add veggies, protein, and healthy fats.
Simple steps, really practical for when you're in a pinch.
Definitely gives you something concrete to try next time.
Mhm.
And maybe a final thought for you listening. How could applying this kind of small conscious adjustment, even to your quickest, most convenient meals, start to change how you think about your food choices more broadly? Something to chew on.
Nice one.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.